Hey guys, and welcome to another channel update from me, Ultrapro. I've got a couple of bits to show you this week. Nothing too fantastic or anything. A couple of things to talk about, a couple of things to show off and discuss. First of all, I was very happy to win these on eBay for £5. Someone had barely used them and I won them on an auction. I don't know if you can see, they are pretty special Atari Headphones. Got Atari written in the band there. Got a nice little volume control here, and the one thing that I'm happiest with these headphones is that the cord is string rather than plastic. I often find that plastic ones split so quickly. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. So that's one thing that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the retro pickups that I have this week. These first two here aren't particularly retro. I've got Devil May Cry on the PlayStation 2 for, I think it was £1, and Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I wasn't a huge fan of that game, but it was really cheap and literally like £1 or whatever. And my good friend Kieran hooked me up with these from his store in Dunstable. I believe it's Dunstable. Yeah, Dunstable. It was 3 for a £5, 6 for a £10, which is ridiculously good value for Sega Saturn games, and they all look in really fairly good condition. True Pinball. This is pretty much one of the first pinball games I've ever really owned. I bought Dragon's Fury for sorry, not Dragon's Fury. What's it bloody called? Mutant Alien Storm. Alien Storm? Alien Crush. That was pretty much the first pinball game that I really bought for a console, which was on the NEC. I never really bothered buying many pinball games, to be honest. I've got Alien Crush and Devil Crush on the TurboGrafx. So yeah, True Pinball. It's according to Kieran, it's fairly good. I haven't really played it yet. I need to try it out. Actual Golf, again another game that I wouldn't normally buy, but he highly recommended it. And they were all games that I didn't have in my collection, so I didn't see the harm really, as they were only £2 each. Daytona Championship Circuit Edition. Now I had the bog standard version, Daytona USA, and apparently this is miles and miles better. Destruction Derby for the Sega Saturn. Formula Karts Special Edition, again another game that I wouldn't normally buy, but never mind. And Manx TT Superbike. So those are the retro video games that I purchased. And what else was I going to show? Oh yeah, the other thing that I got while I was charity shop dipping was this beautiful piece of work here. Now, anyone who knows me really well knows that I love Spawn. And that I used to collect comic books, and that I still do have a subscription to Spawn and another McFarlane or Image comic book called Haunt. And I used to actually play. I had the original Darkness video game on the Xbox 360, and I recently bought Darkness 2. And lo and behold, I was in the Help the Aged looking for video games and DVDs and whatnot. A couple of weeks ago, and I saw that for £5, brand new, never been opened, on their shelf. Fucking right, bang on, straight away have that. Gorgeous piece of kit. Not going to open that, I absolutely love it. I've been playing Darkness 2 to death recently, and I've really been enjoying that. The other thing I got was, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned previously in a quick update about my Dazzle capture device. But what I've since found is that the new software that I'm using with the Dazzle, which is Pinnacle Studio, the preview is very small and you can't maximise the size of the preview. So in order to tackle this little problem, I have bought these little thingies, and I'll put them back together. I got 3 of these. And so basically what these allow me to do is you've got the RCA from the console. In this particular case it's a Saturn. Plug one on the end of each cable. Okay, like that. And then I have standard double end RCA. So then white to white, red to red, yellow to yellow. Then I have a cable going from here to the dazzle. So then what you have is a split signal. Saturn output is being sent to two different locations, to my TV and to my desktop. So I'll just demonstrate quickly. We have the live teeny tiny Saturn picture there. Very small, very unhelpful when I want to play and capture at the same time. So if I turn my TV on, you will see. Apologise for the light. Eventually. There. So there you go. So that's now going to be the way that I'll be capturing. Sorry. Right. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've got, everything that I've done recently. I haven't got any more games on the way. I haven't planned on buying any more games that are retro, that are old copies, you know. The only game that I am hoping to get hold of is Highway 2000, which looks awesome. Which apparently is related to the Shotoku Battle series, which is Tokyo Highway Challenge for those of you who owned the Dreamcast versions. Tokyo Highway Challenge 1 and 2. Yeah, and I just really love that series, and apparently there were a couple of games about it or related to it on the Saturn, and as always, for some reason, that series, the names of the games in Western realms were completely different to the names in Japan, and completely irrelevant, and no help to anyone supporting that series whatsoever. For example, if you guys can guess what the name of the 360 Shotoku Battle game was, I won't be able to give you much because I'm about to tell you the name, but you wouldn't have been able to have guessed this if I hadn't told you. But if you have a 360 and you're a fan of Tokyo Highway Challenge, buy a game called Import Tuna Challenge on the 360. And that's not tuna as in the fish, that's tuna as in, oh, I'm going to tune this up with a ratchet or whatever. That didn't look very good, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so Shotoku Battle, I'm hoping to get Highway 2000 for the Saturn. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get a copy. A friend on Dreamcast Talk has mentioned that he may have a spare copy that he doesn't mind giving me, but obviously I'm not going to expect miracles or anything. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, circumstances change, so I'm not holding him to anything. So if you're watching this video, I think it was Fighting Viper, I think that's his name on Dreamcast Talk. I can't remember, I'm so sorry, I'm bad with names. Anyway, the only other things that I wanted to discuss with you people out there was that obviously you guys know how much of a nut I am for Dreamcast. So I thought you guys would like to know, if you don't already know, that there are 5 new retail games coming to the Dreamcast, or rather not retail but indie. They're not really official releases, but they're not really homebrews. Although I suppose technically anything released after the console was canned is technically homebrew because it's not officially licensed. But anyway, to each his own interpretation of that fact. So we obviously have the most obvious one, which is Sturmwind, which has been on the way for several years now, a couple of years. I first pre-ordered it in January 2011, and apparently they've set in stone a release date of, I think it's the 24th of April. So that's really not long away now, that's like 2 weeks. That's a side-scrolling slash partly vertical shoot 'em up, like Borderlands or Ikaruga. But where this game differs is they're really trying to tap into the potential of the hardware. It seems to be seriously cutting-edge Dreamcast graphics. I mean, a lot of the backgrounds are possibly pre-rendered, but I'm not 100% sure of the specifics. But it just looks gorgeous. There's loads of levels, loads of bosses and sub-bosses. It's going to be a massive release for the Dreamcast. It's gotten a lot of press in Europe. Next we have XYX. I don't know much about this game, but it's by NG Dev Team, who are the people who did Gunlord, which I did a video of last year, which I was unbelievably, overwhelmingly happy with. I think XYX is another shoot 'em up, but I could be completely wrong, so please don't quote me. I'm purely just speculating here, because I haven't got it in front of me and I can't be bothered to sit here while you're watching me and look it up. It's not interesting anyway. Then we have Redux by Hugh Cast. I already have Ducks on the Dreamcast, and I actually have, which you can probably hear in the background, the Redux PC demo, which, because I'm such a smart ass, works with my 360 wireless controller. You see? I'm going to try and fraps this to my channel at some point, although to be fair I'll probably have Redux soon, so I may just wait for my copy to come for Dreamcast and then capture it using my Dazzle. Yeah, so that is possible by having one of these, having a Microsoft Crossfire wireless receiver, and by using an application that you have to buy online called Xpadder. Fantastic, life-changing bit of software, the Xpadder program. Any game that's on your PC, if you're like me and you fucking hate playing PC games with a keyboard and mouse, except for the only exception of that rule, which is RTS's point-and-click real-time strategy like Dawn of War. I love playing them with mouse and keyboard, they're fine on that. But anything like a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter or a third-person perspective action game or a shoot-em-up like that, I have to play with a controller. Cannot do it with the mouse and keyboard. Xpadder will allow you to map the controls from the keyboard and the mouse to the controller, and it works perfectly. I've done it with so many PC games, it's really awesome. What was the other games I had to mention? Ghost Blade, which is by Hugh Cast as well. All of these, I might add, I have pre-ordered. The only other one that I need to mention is Pierre Solar HD, which is originally, it was released on the Mega Drive in 2010 to mark the 20th anniversary by a team of game designers who just took it upon themselves to make a 20th anniversary game for this Mega Drive. Apparently it was really good, really well received, a gorgeous little RPG, and they've actually decided to do a HD re-release on WiiWare. I think they're doing one on Xbox Live Arcade as well, possibly. Not sure about the Sony PlayStation Network, but there is also a Dreamcast version coming, so I've pre-ordered that as well. I think that's everything to cover this week, this month, April. I have a new job which I'm starting in just over a week and a bit, and then 2 weeks after that I'm going on holiday because the wife surprised me for the anniversary, our first wedding anniversary. So if you don't see too much of me in the next couple of weeks, please don't worry, I am coming back with a vengeance. I will be uploading stuff I'll be uploading a couple more videos this week, but I'm away this weekend, and then for a couple of weeks I should upload some more stuff, but when I start my new job and when we go on holiday there will be a week or two gap, so just keep your eyes peeled for the feed, you know, for the updates or whatever, and you'll see there are more videos coming. I've got some more Saturn stuff for you coming this week. I'm going to try and do D2 finally on the Dreamcast, and I may even get a TurboGrafx game in there if you're really lucky, maybe even a Mega CD game, although I can't possibly guess when that's going to happen, but it's swirling around up here in my little, you know, pipeline in the sky, so just keep your eyes peeled. Hope you're enjoying the content, and if you've got any comments, requests or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see you soon.